Hey YouTube, I am back with a Anna Griffith video. If any of you out there were lucky enough to pick up her paper tricks embossing folders, I love mine. I was more excited about getting these than I was her Today Special. These are now sold out. These were aired when she was on a little over a week ago with her Cuttlebug Today Special. And so it consists of 2 large embossing folders and then 6 of the skinnier embossing folders. And so I'm going to show you guys what each embossing folder creates, and then I'm going to show you a project that I made using several of these embossing folders, and then I'm going to come back and show you a couple tips and tricks that I learned along the way. Okay, so for these first 2 larger folders, these really come in handy, because a lot of us, we've done it by hand. And I know Tim Holtz has a similar die in this size that can score paper, but I haven't seen anyone come out with these size folders. This is a 5.5 by 5 by 12 inch folder. And so I didn't create the full rosette with it. It's called Pleated Rosette and Border Large. I didn't actually complete the rosette, but once you score or actually do your folding, this is the size of 1 paper. And so I think you would need 3 more of these to complete a rosette. And I will come back with additional videos. But real basic and straightforward. If you're Martha Stewart or the Score It pal, you can create this. Now this next one, I'm going to actually come back to this one on showing you guys how to, I think, fold this faster. And this one is the Pleated Rosette and Borders Small. So similar to this one, except that your lines are closer together. So I'll come back to that one. By the way, I did not know that this came in the box. I just discovered this right before I made the video, which I had already completed my embossing folders. But yeah, it's real handy. And it just confirmed what I was going to share in the video, that you could use these folders in different ways. And so she gives some examples how one folder can be used in 2 different ways. And I think you can even use them in more ways. Just experiment and play. Okay, getting down to the 2-inch folders. Some of these I like them all except, well, one folder. Well, I'll get to that when I get to it. But anyway, this one is the Fancy Folded Smocked Border. So my first attempt at it, this is how it came out looking. And I checked out Anna's designs on HSN. Then I realized mine didn't look like hers. Then I realized you can make these in different ways. This is a cool look by itself. Smocked border. Yeah, but this is how it looked on HSN. You get the smocking here. But you know what? Either way would work. And you know what? I didn't use any glue. That's going to be one of the tips I'm going to share with you guys, how you can complete these and get them done quick. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is called Fancy Folded 2-Way Border. And by the way, these are all 12 inches. And here's how I wrote easy on the back, because this was really easy to do. This is how this one looks. And once again, you can probably get another variation with it. And I'm going to come back and show you guys an easy way. And this easy way will work for most of these embossing folders. Okay, so the next one is Fancy Folded Box Pleated Border. My first attempt at it looked like this, just a standard accordion fold. But I watched the video and realized it's supposed to look like this. It's a pleated box. So the paper do curl up. Let me see if I can show you guys the difference I'm talking about to tell how it looks different. The brown, you have, well, it looks like more like a box pleat. You have the top is raised, the bottom is flat. So it all depends on how you fold and where you fold. But you get a couple different looks there. Okay, so the next one is called Fancy Folded Diagonal Border. This was an easy one to make as well. They were all easy except for the last one I'm going to get to. Yeah, this is a cool look. Once again, it's a 2" by 12" border. Okay, so this one, Fancy Folded Banner and Corner, it's not difficult. I actually I used this one in a project. This is not how it looked on HSN, and it's not even how it looked in my project. So I'm going to keep working with this one. I do like that one, and let me show you that one here. Fancy, where's it at? So this is how she showed it on HSN, if you could see that, like an airplane. But I don't care for how that looks. And so all my papers were 12 inches. And I think for the one I just showed you, it was a shorter piece of paper. But this, it's called, once again, Banner and Corner. And to me, it looks like a banner. And the way I use it in my project, it looks like a curtain call. So I really did like that look. And this look is kind of similar to how I used it in my project. It's a little bit different. So I still got to figure this one out. So I'll be working with that one a whole lot more. Okay, so let me go back. Well, let me talk about this one. I used this one in my project. It's the Fancy Folded Rosette, but I didn't use it the way it was intended. I went back and saw the video and saw that this one, it's quite different. Whew, if I had this before I worked on it, I probably would have figured it out. Where is it? It actually makes something that looks like this. Number 6. And her own words, she stated that it could be a little tedious. And so I don't like anything tedious. So I'm going to need to concentrate and focus on this one. But it makes a rosette, but it adds something additional at the tips that you don't get with your ordinary rosettes. And so I'll be playing around definitely with this one, but if it takes too long, well, it'll be in my never get to stash. Okay, so let me go back to, well, you know what? No, let me just show you the project that I made. I was thinking of my husband, and I wanted something for his office at work. So I made a scrapbook page, a portable scrapbook page, interchangeable scrapbook page. I love this die. This is the Sizzix, what is it? Sizzix scalloped heart die. It's a pro die, so it's a 12 by 12 inch die. I created 2 albums, and I posted a video on those 2 albums using this die, and I love the die. But let me point out to you some of the embossing folders that I used. This was, I think, the first one that I showed you. The Pleated Rosette and Border Large. Well, I didn't use it as a rosette, I used it as a fan. And not only as a fan, but as a pocket. Okay? So, not sure if you could see the one right here with the flowers on it. But that one was the Fancy Folded 2-way border. Hope you guys could see all that dimension. Now this one here was that rosette I need to work on. It's a simple rosette. I didn't fold it at the tips like it was intended to be used. Now, but let me take out my picture. I'll show that in a second. But this is that banner. I like this one. It reminds me of a curtain call. So I have an idea for a card for this one. But I super duper like this folder. But once again, she didn't advertise it like this. Hers looked like an airplane. But I think it's so cute like this. So I used 4 of her folders on this page. And I like how it came out. You know, I wanted to create a Valentine page, but I didn't want all the red. I was at Tuesday Morning the other day and I found this paper collection. I don't buy a lot of paper anymore, but I did find this collection. I thought it was cute. It has a lot of green in it, and I don't care for green, but it has the pinks in it. Let me just show you real fast. Oh, it had like 4 different specialty papers. This is a glitter paper, but it's thin and I like it. But it had roses, borders. This specialty paper here, it's a thin paper, but it's so soft and smooth, like silk. So yeah, it has some browns in it. I thought it was a nice, and then it had some pink roses in it too. I thought it was a nice alternative to all the red that you get for Valentine. And then I wanted a masculine feel, so I added, this is real twine. It's old. I don't know how many decades it is, but it's old. Oh, I forgot to add, these are buttons. I was going to add pictures of me and my husband in it. I forgot to do that, but I will go back and do it. Around the side, I added little heart charms with beads on it. These are called artist pins that they're hanging on. Thought that was a nice touch. And let me show you the tag I made. Now, the tag don't necessarily match the paper. This was a picture we took at Valentine's 2 years ago. And I printed the picture on canvas paper. And I just tried to make it work. That's an acrylic heart. We're actually holding a heart in the picture. And so I threw in this acrylic heart to mimic that. And it just sticks in because it's a pocket. It can also stick in this way as well. And I could put in other pictures. But overall, I think it came out cute. In the back, I added green paper because I, you know, wanted a masculine feel. It still looks feminine, more feminine than what I wanted. But it did come out cute. Now, let me show you guys something. I need to show you how my husband, if it's not too girly, how he is going to set this on his desk. Oh my goodness, I am super duper excited for this next die. If you guys have a 12 by 12 cutting machine, the Sizzix Pro or whatever you have, you are going to want this die. This is Sizzix easel die. I hope that the sun isn't too bright, giving a glare, but that is so cute sitting on the easel. So cute. I have a video that I will be, if it's not posted, it will be posted shortly on this die, how to assemble the die, and I share a trick on using this die if you want to hold something this size, because you will, if you just use it as it is, it won't hold this 12 by 12 inch shape heart, and it has some weight to it because of everything that's on it. But I share a tip in that video on how you can utilize heavy and bigger items in this easel, and it's so cute. So be sure to watch that video. Okay, anyway, I'm recovering from hand issues, so I really try to think about ways to simplify crafting. And so I was working with this and I realized, okay, this is the large pleated border. So my way of doing it is every other fold or every other score line, I'm just going to fold. So I'll start with this one and just fold. And I don't even fold all the way, right? So I'll just keep doing that. So you have to pay attention so you don't lose track. And this is a heavier or a thicker paper, so I might have to actually fold all the way down. Paper has fiber in it. So I'm not going to do the whole paper. So every other score line I fold it, and then I turn it over and I start with the opposite one that I folded, if that makes any sense. So I start with this one and do the same thing. Just fold. And this way is easier on my hands. And once you get in the rhythm, it goes by really quick. And so once you do all that, it easily just folds together. You could just go like this. Oh, my hand sleeve is coming loose. And once again, this paper has fiber in it, so it's not as quick. And I think I messed up on one of my folds. Yeah, I did. I didn't fold it right. But if you fold it right, if you make sure you do every other, this will come together literally like this. And it's so much quicker than how I started off doing it, when I would fold this way, then pick it up and fold it back that way, then go back this way, and then go back that way. Whew, that was aching in my hands. I got tired just doing that little bit. Okay, so that's my first tip. Now my second tip is with my favorite craft tool ever. I picked up this last year from Tuesday Morning for $6. It is my best friend. It's a mini staple gun. Oh my goodness, I use that with so many of my projects. Now, a lot of these folds or folders, I think Anna mentions to use glue. You don't have to. Glue is time consuming. I'm going to show you just how quick and easy it is to use a staple. Now, darn it, I forgot how to fold. Okay, I'm just going to go with what I feel is right. Okay, so the way you do this one is, and this is the fancy folded two-way border. I don't know which direction, if it's peak or valley, so just try to watch. I fold it in that way, fold it in that way. So I'm folding in. Okay, and it looks like this. Now instead of using glue, putting glue right there to hold that down, I am going to use my stapler, a little mini stapler. Turn it over, and I'm just going to add staples. That's going to cover it up. So you add your staples once you fold it. You see that? Once you fold it, you can see where it folds. Just add a staple. This last one, same way you fold it, and then you just add a staple to it. And then you have your folded two-way border with no glue, so you don't have to wait until it dries. That was super duper quick and easy. Now when you use staples, I'm not sure if it's the staples that makes it curl like that, but once you glue it down, it'll be fine. But to me, it's worth it. Yeah. So you guys, these folders, once again, they're sold out on HSN, but I'm sure she'll get them in. This was a good investment. I do like them. I will come back with that Rosette folder, the fancy folded Rosette, once I play with it, whenever I feel like playing with it. But if you don't want to use it the way it was intended to be used, you can, once again, use it as a ordinary Rosette like I did here. Well, I thank you guys for watching. Whew, my back is hurting, all that bending over. You know. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and do have a wonderful week.